Okay, so hey guys, I am back with another video this week and I've got a very different style on this week and feel like I'm looking a bit like a farmer. Um, so for this week's video, I was debating what I wanted to do. I'm very red in the face. Apologies, I probably look grim. But there's a video I wanted to film which was maybe to sort of, if I talk about these things, I'm hoping I'll be able to improve on them because I'll be more conscious of them. But that is my bad habits, as you can tell by the title. So I've thought of 5 things that I do that really annoy me, that I class as a bad habit, or things that I wish I didn't have to do. So, yep, basically, let's talk about them. I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing I do, which I class as a bad habit, is this weird noise I make with my mouth when I speak. Most of my friends call it a hum, or like, sometimes it's a click, and you can probably hear it in the videos, to be fair, sometimes. But it's this thing I do it after every sentence I speak. It's just sometimes it's more obvious. It's always obvious when I'm like het up or angry, but normally it's not as obvious. And that's this weird hum that I do. And basically when I speak, I do this thing where I go, after I speak, I go, and I don't even know if you guys can hear it, but I wish I didn't do it. Like, it's such a bad thing. Like, so many people notice it and then they talk about it for ages and people are like, oh, you just did it, or oh, it's so cute when you do that hum, or like people will bring it up constantly. And I'm just like, stop, like, I can't help doing it. So that is one thing that I really wish I didn't do. I thought that was my hair then, it's just this thing on my wall. But that's really one thing I wish I didn't do. Not because it causes hindrance to my life in any way, just it annoys me that I know I do it, but can't stop doing it. And it's not like I do it on purpose, it just happens. I just did it. Like, sometimes it is literally, like, just like a little breath, but sometimes it is like a full-on, like, out loud, everyone can hear it, and it's so annoying. And I wish I didn't do it, but I do. And as the clicking thing, it sometimes comes in like, I'll do this thing where I speak and then I go, or I'll be like, sometimes it sounds smaller and it's like the lip smacking noise sort of thing, and it's like, oh, and I hate it and I wish I didn't do it. It's so annoying. Next thing is not really something of a habit, it's more of a personality trait that I wish I didn't have, but it's the fact that I'm quite an obsessive person. And when I say that, I mean like, when I start to get into something, I can't just like it a little bit. Like when I watch a TV series, I can't just watch one episode. No, I have to watch 10,000 episodes all at once. Like Pretty Little Liars, I loved that show, and I got into that like when it was nearly finished, and I watched all 7 seasons in like 2 and a bit months at the same time as doing all sorts of college work. Like, I honestly was obsessed. Like wrestling, as I referenced, I'm really into wrestling. Wrestling is something that when I first got into it, I would non-stop watch matches all day, like every day I'd just be like, I want to watch more matches, I want to watch more matches, and I'd be constantly watching. Like, I don't know what it is, and it's like, it's not just, it's like a food. Like if I start to get into a food, I'm like, I have to have that food like every day for the next like 3 weeks. Like, and it's something I really wish I didn't have, and it's like I get attached to things so easily and obsessed with them, and I wish I didn't. It's so annoying, and I can just sit and watch them. Oh, and it's just, it's not really anything bad, it's just one thing that I wish I didn't do. So the next thing is another habit of things that I've got into doing that I wish I didn't, and that's tapping my nails on like hard surfaces to make a noise. So it's this noise. I do that all the time, and it drives people insane. Like, we'll be at college, and for anyone who doesn't know, I think I've said before, I do acting at college. Like, we'll be sitting doing a read-through of like a new script, and I'll be sitting there tapping on the table, like doing that whilst we're doing the read-through, because it helps me concentrate, but it's annoying for everyone else, and it's also like, I just like the noise, and it's like quite relaxing to me. It's like I'm into ASMR and all that stuff. I think that's where it comes from. Why did I just become a ninja? But I hate the fact that I do that, and it's so obsessive, and I do it all the time, and it drives people insane, and I'm sure many other people wish I didn't do that as well. So the next thing is something that many of you have probably noticed. I say many of you, whoever's watching, is that I speak too fast and I'm very loud. In person, it might not come across on my YouTube because of like editing and things, but like I'm a very loud person. Like my sister, whenever I see her, she's always like, Jacob, calm down, like lower your voice. Like I'm a very loud natural person, like speaking in normal conversation, I'm shouting. Like I don't know what it is, it's just I'm very loud. And I think it's just like because I'm quite a high energy person, so I think that's where it comes from. But I am a very loud person and I wish I wasn't as loud as I am. But this speaking too fast thing, you've probably seen it throughout this video and like every other video if you've watched them all, or any of them. I speak so fast, and it's worse when I'm like really emotional, like whether it means I'm really angry or happy or sad or something, like I speak really fast then. But I speak really fast normally, and so many times my friends have said to me, okay, you need to redo that sentence because I didn't catch that, because I've spoken so fast. Like, I don't know what it is, but I can speak really fast and like nobody understands what I'm saying and like nobody can barely tell. Like that. Like, that was me doing it on purpose, by the way. But sometimes, see, I just did it again. Like, I speak so fast. And like my friends who I've been friends with for years are used to it. So they listen to me, they hear me speak, and they're like, oh yeah, like we know what he's saying. But when I meet new people, they're like, what? Because they've got no clue what I'm saying, and it's so bad and I wish I didn't do it, but again, it's something I can't help. Okay, so the last thing is not really a bad habit as much as something that's just a bit annoying because of money, and that's that I can't put on clothes if I'm not wearing deodorant. And I know loads of people are going to be like, well, that's a good thing because you know you don't smell and whatever, but I mean, like, I could have literally just put on like a whole bottle of deodorant, decided then I didn't like the shirt I was wearing, change that shirt really quickly, and still have to use another bottle of deodorant. Or like, I could know that I'm not going anywhere and know that I'm literally staying at home all day, so it doesn't matter if I'm a bit smelly sort of thing, like, if you get me. Or doesn't matter if I don't have deodorant on, I should say. And just wearing like a hoodie and shorts, so I've popped them on, but most people just wear them. I can't, I have to put on deodorant first and then use deodorant again after I've put it on. Like, I don't know what it is, and the reason it annoys me is because it costs money to buy new cans of deodorant and I'm constantly going through them, and also I never finish deodorant cans. I can see about 10 cans on my shelf right now, all of which have got about this much left in them, because when it gets to that much I just stop using it, which means I'm left with loads of cans. But I really wish I could just sort of not, because sometimes I'm just like, I know I don't smell, but I'm still going to use deodorant. Or like, I know it's a waste to use it right now because I've just put a load on, but I'm still going to have to use it again because I've just changed my shirt 2 seconds later. Like, I really can't not wear deodorant, and it's so annoying because it wastes so much money and wastes so much deodorant, and I sort of wish like, in my head, I don't know what it is, but I can't put on clothes and be like, like, it just feels weird. Like, I just have to like, oh. If you understand me, please comment down below or like the video, because I feel like I'm really weird for that. But I feel like some people will be like, that's not weird at all, that's fine. Okay guys, so that is it for this week's video. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope that you can relate to any of my bad habits. If you do, give it a like and hit subscribe. So I'm hoping that I can sort of, now that I've talked about them, get over these bad habits, because they're things that do annoy me. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be back probably next week. Bye!